They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to... And that is caught! Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw hauled in by Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35 for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here. Right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Brings out 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
21-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bears 21.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And my goodness, another interception. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. 18, right here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Pickett sets up play action.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side.
And now here is another interception. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Can't pass it to the other team. Let's go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
Steelers, nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll